Thank you, Anshika, Maria. Good afternoon, everyone. This 5-day workshop on mapping street geographies was conceived some 3 months ago. Though the history of the idea of organizing this workshop was conceived only recently, but I have been walking through my BA students on the streets of Varanasi city. Nowadays, I do not give my assignment on any textbook topic. Rather, I ask my student to visit the field, observe the field, and prepare the report, because the report that they prepare is their own report. The report that they prepare is not a copy from some textbook or some chat GPT or some other internet sources. So when I started reading reports prepared by economic geography students as well as human geography students of BA and BSc, BA third semester and BA second semester, I realized that if a student of BA second semester and third semester can write such a wonderful observation-based report and create some mind-blowing maps of those streets, so why can't some senior students, MA students and PhD students can write and prepare good maps? And can we compile those maps and reports so that we hear a lot about Banaras ki galiyan. They are very unique. They are unique indeed. And it is not that only Banaras city has narrow, winding, and confusing gullies. Almost all the old cities of the world, you'll find that the streets are very narrow and winding. But what makes the streets of Varanasi unique is not about their geography. Geography is important. As Professor Tripathi said, that any stormwater quickly pass through streets because they are either the streets are sited on the bank or on the what we call Godalia Plateau. So that is geographical peculiarity of these gullies. But what is most unique about the gullies of Varanasi city is that the history that they carry with them, the new unique cultural amalgam of those gullies, the social or community formation that have taken place in those gullies, and increasingly now those gullies are going through tremendous transformation, particularly because of increase in tourist flow. And now we can also see that there are some sort of breakup in the community due to the inflow of tourism. The reason is that when we were interacting with the local dwellers, street dwellers, they were saying that previously to approach or to see a mandir, they used to take only 10 minutes. Now they have to spend 2 hours, 3 hours to visit their own temple that they used to visit earlier in 10 minutes. So some challenges are also emerging because in recent years. So the idea emerged out of this survey by BA students and also out of by your interest in the social geography of the city. So we started thinking about organizing this event. I spoke to the head of the department and he supported this endeavor, and my colleagues also supported it. We also got funding from SRIC, BHU, though the funding was not sufficient, but somehow we could make it a useful event. And we had participants, 61 participants, doing mapping and report writing in 60 gullies of the city. And the selection of gully was not random, rather it was very meticulously planned. We divided the city into 5-6 clusters, and from each clusters, and all these clusters were unique in the sense that some clusters were residential in nature, others were market-oriented clusters, and there were clusters which were where the temple was the most important site. And then we also took into consideration the social composition of those gullies, both Muslims, Hindus, and also gullies of various castes. So we wanted to bring out, unravel the complexities, both historical, socio-economic, and political complexities that are there in the gullies. And to achieve that, we invited resource persons from Jawaharlal Nehru University and Delhi School of Economics, and also some resource from persons who are highly specialized. And we had a very unique presentation on animal-people interaction in these gullies. And we could all see how people live. There are, of course, problems because of the presence of animals in the city, but we can see the structures in the streets. Those structures, many of those structures were meant for animals only. So people have this feeling that animals are part of their life, part of the evolution of human society, and this part of the evolution of human settlements. So we cannot just ignore that. So on the very first day, after the inaugural session, where the chief guest was Professor P. Nag and the guest of honor was Professor N.K. Rana, Professor P. Nag shared his immensely valuable experience on the street mapping because he has already mapped Varanasi city, particularly the cultural aspect of the city, and he has also brought out an atlas through NATMO. And on the very first day after the inaugural session, we had a number of very useful and insightful lectures by experts from JNU, DU, Muzaffarpur, and some independent scholars also. And subsequently, and my odd colleagues, I should not forget Aditya Singh and Bikram, and also Satya Prakash, my own students. He actually taught a student how to map the streets. And on the next day, we spent in the field from morning 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. And on the third day again, we went to the field at 4 a.m. in the morning. And I and Seema were the first to reach the field, and this is our credit. We reached to the field at 4:57 a.m. And then again, we stayed there in the field till 11:10 a.m. And then again, we went to the field at 8 p.m. in the night and stayed in the field till 12 night. And some of us, particularly colleagues from outside, we stayed in the field till 1:30 or 2 a.m. in the morning, and we had a walk in the streets, and we wanted to have a feel of the street, how a street appeared in the night. And in between the morning and the evening field excursion, we also had a lovely, lovely interaction with the participants, and we could see that how their attitude about the streets and how their insightful observation of the field was. We also learned a lot from them. Actually, we learned a lot from them. The kind of comment that they were making was really very, very useful. And this only goes to say that the future of geography is in the safe hands. And these students are going to do wonder when they join the research. And many of them are already doing their research. And on the fourth day, we had a report writing session where mentors were sitting with the students in various clusters, and they were guiding the students in the process of report writing. And this process continued till late in the evening. And on the final day, we are here. In the first session, there was a presentation of report and also presentation of maps that the participants have prepared. And I have heard from the mentors that some of the maps were really very good. And though most students could not prepare the report because there was a lot of pressure, time was limited, now I realize that this workshop should have been of 7 or 8 days, then it would have been better. But I have given them an extension of 1 week that they can resubmit the report, because this is a very informal kind of workshop. We didn't have this strict rules and regulations. So you can still submit your report after the comments that you have received from your mentors. And so with these words, I think I should stop here. Thank you very much.